Hi everyone, I'm Felicia Ming with eyelashstore.com. Being in the industry for over 13 years and being an eyelash technician for the last 10 years, as long as being an educator, we are going to talk about some things that have been in the industry and have changed so much. Of course, we want to talk about what is retention. A lot of us struggle with our clients sometimes and we can't figure out what the issue may be. And we're actually going to break this down into a 3-video series to help you guys break it down, maybe what it might be that you're struggling with your clients. Okay, so today in our first part of our video series, we're going to be talking about glue. Now, there can be a lot of issues that you can have with your clients with retention, but of course, looking at our foundation, we're going to be talking about glue. Now, your clients may think that your glue has gone bad, or you may be having issues of it not sticking as well, but the first and foremost thing you always want to look at is your working environment. So you want to remember that with your glue, the environment can change through the seasons. And so you want to make sure that you're keeping your settings and your surroundings in your workspace at an even temperature. So for my lash technicians, when you notice that your climate tends to get hotter, you're going to notice a few things that change in the settings. It's going to cause your glue to become very tacky and very difficult to work with. You're also going to notice that when you go to brush your lashes during the service, you're going to have a lot of lashes that just naturally tend to come off and not stick after they're placed. You want to make sure that you're finding the glue that works for your climate as well as your humidity level. So when it comes to your working environment, you want to take into consideration your temperature as well as your humidity level. So if you're working in a higher humidity level, you want to make sure that you have a thicker glue. And if you're working in a lower humidity level, you want to make sure that the consistency is a lot thinner. This is going to make a big difference in making sure that your lashes stick well and are able to endure the humidity as well as the climate and the temperatures. Another thing that you really want to consider as well is making sure that you keep the temperature cooler in your room. Now this makes a big difference to make sure that the glue doesn't become tacky or inconsistent when you're putting the lashes on during the whole service. So making sure that obviously you keep your room at a cooler temperature, you also want to make sure that you keep your working space and the tools that you're using at a cool temperature. Some great examples of keeping your glue cooler is using a glass or jade stone. And of course, if the humidity is too high in your room, go ahead and use a dehumidifier. Obviously, there's some things to consider before you start your lash service on your client. Sure that you're shaking your glue at least a minute before your service, before you even put that droplet on the stone. This is going to ensure that you have an even mixture of the amount of glue that's going to be used during the service. After properly shaking your glue, you want to make sure that you dispense the first droplet of glue and discard that one. You want to make sure that the next droplet is used because it's going to have the most even mixture of the glue. Always make sure that during your service that you're replenishing your glue droplet every 20 to 30 minutes. Also remember, never put a new glue droplet on an existing glue drop. For the fact is you want to make sure that you're using the same new consistency of glue throughout your lash service. Always make sure to dip from the center. And then obviously when it comes to putting your glue away, make sure you're checking the label for proper glue storage. And also remember, glue actually has a lifespan of 1 to 2 months. So make sure if you're past the expiration to toss it out and make sure you get a new one.